I think in terms of what you can actually do now
Yeah.
is what we talked about the other day in terms of who you're actually helping. I think that's the key to it.
Yeah.
And I actually had a conversation like this today with someone else. Is you start narrow, right? Like it's broad value for people in terms of what you're offering.
Mm.
In terms of like anyone who wants that thing, whether it's headshots or whether it's aesthetics, whatever it is you're offering, anyone can get that. So I could get it.
Yeah.
Someone, a woman in her 50s could get it.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter
Yeah.
who you get through the door.
Yeah.
But realistically, your marketing should be narrow. So if I say I help businesses, that's quite broad, right?
Yeah.
Like that's broad value. But if I say I help Liverpool-based digital businesses, it becomes a bit more narrow. So all the digital businesses go, oh, that's me. But if it's just businesses, it's like it's a bit wishy-washy whether you can actually
Yeah.
help them or not.
Too
And
massive.
you can help them, but
It's too broad.
it's quite vague whether it's for them or not.
Yeah.
This is not the message. It's not strong messaging.
Yeah.
It's messaging, but it's not strong messaging.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you're talking to clients, whether it be on social media, whether it be in networking events, whether it be in whatever it is, be really specific. The tricky thing on that is you feel like, and I feel like this still to this day, you feel like you're disqualifying a lot of people from what you do
Yeah,
because you're advertising to one like group of people. But what realistically what you get, and if I said I help 57-year-old women in business with social media marketing, straight away your ears are going to go, whoa,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that's me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But if I get more narrow than that and I go, I help 50-something-year-old women in business who've relocated, I want to set up a business in a new city, that becomes even more appealing,
Yeah, it's
right?
like, is he watching me? Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's actually the feeling that you should be putting in someone's head. They should be thinking, that guy's talking about me.
Yeah. Yeah.
The people you're targeting should be like, that woman's literally talking about me, and then it makes it an absolute no-brainer that they're
Yeah.
going to sign up to your offer.
Yeah, yeah. And a good example was the client that I've just run back to today. She's 55, and we were talking again. She had a different treatment today, and so I went through the procedure, etc. And I said, I only saw her last week for something else, and she said, I've never had this before. And she said that her daughter goes somewhere in Manchester. She would never go there because she likes me because she knows she won't look very Liverpool, for instance, is a good example. She's from Liverpool, she's a Scouser. And she said, so I come to you because you don't look like that. You're not from here. She didn't say that. She just said, you don't. Well, she stuck her lips out of about 10 miles, and say, you haven't got that. And you haven't got this, and you haven't got that, and so that was her reason. And yeah, same age, same age. She's a grandma. She's got two newborns. Her kids have got newborns. So we talk about photography as well, which is exactly. She's my ideal client. Her kids have got kids. They've just had babies. She adores them. They both had what? She's got two new 1-year-old or like 6 months old. She's my ideal client because she's tired of looking tired, wants to have treatments, and now sees that I do photography, and now wants to get all of the family and with her and her husband and her grandkids and her kids. The whole package that she is exactly what I would like on a regular basis.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
That you just perfectly described to me your ideal client.
No, there you go. That's good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you see, because you see in London, if this was in London at 55, they're more like me. They're still in business. They probably haven't had kids. They might have, but they'll be probably little kids themselves. They won't be grandmas at 55. They are.
Even if they have had kids, the kids might have grown up and they've got a second wind where they thought,
Yeah.
I'm not old yet. So I want to get my life back.
Yeah, yeah.
I've still got the vitality to start a business.
Yeah.
I've still got the drive to do it. I've still got the eagerness
That's
to do
me.
it.
That is me doing that.
Exactly right. You just described to me your ideal client. If we use that as like what's the word? Like a case study.
Like a template.
Like a template, yeah.
Yeah.
So what we've got to think about is what's driving that person towards your service.
Well, is that a question to me?
Yeah.
Well, I have to say that it's always the same answer, really, because I do ask people because they are local and they can go anywhere, and they're going to be connected to all kinds of people. And I'm the newbie on the scene, so I do want to know why do they want to see me? How do they find me? And the general same, it's the same answer. I don't look Liverpool. I'm not all fake looking, and not everyone wants that. and as someone who wants that wouldn't even look at me as a person because I don't look like that. So I'm getting clients really in their 40s and 50s that just want to have little tweakments, we call them. They don't want to have big fake anything, eyelashes, lips, whatever it is, that fillers. They don't want any of it. They just want to look good. So they like that I'm some of my 40-year-old clients like that I'm London because they get London a bit more. So, or they might go to London. They like London because not everyone up here likes London. The 40-year-olds that I get in do like London. They go travel down quite often, go with their husbands or something, and so they get Mayfair. They understand where I'm from. And so I'm thinking about this one particular client. I think she's might be 47. So she talks about her mum, talks about me to her mum, and I was telling her that I worked in Harrods and I had a salon in Mayfair, and she was telling me that her mum said, who's 10 years older than me, well, if she's had a business in Mayfair, she knows what she's doing for 20 years. And so there's that kind of, the 40-year-olds have got their mums are similar-ish age, a bit older, but and so the conversation then is, you look so much younger than my mum. And so there's that. So I've got the 40-year-old and I've got like the 60-year-old where they've got their kids in their early 20s, mid 20s having babies, which is a good photography way. And then I've got these ladies who just wanted to look relatively natural and not fake and not scared to have something new done because if I haven't had it, I wouldn't.
That's amazing.
That's my kind of client base.
I mean, what you just described to me is exactly what I was trying to get out to you on when we met the other day.
Okay, yeah. I obviously
like that's it in a nutshell, right?
Okay.
So, how does this sound? I help 50-something-year-old women look 10 years younger without the fake enhancements.
Yeah. Easy.
That's it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Like, that's your marketing message.
Yeah.
That's it.
And today as well, we were talking about, these are injections that she had today, and she said, oh, I'll look 10 years younger. I said, you'll definitely look better. I said, but it's not a fix. You've got to have facials if you want your skin to look good. These are all injectables. That's great. You've got to have facials. And so, and that's where the North, they haven't quite done that. They're not quite doing that. And so that's what I'm starting to slowly get regular clients. So they'll come in for their Botox and they'll come in for these other injectables. And then it's all about education with me. It's all about, okay, this is great. We've stopped that one thing, but you've got to have regular facials. And it is every 4 to 6 weeks. It's not random. These injectables can be random, but treatments for good skin is not random. It's, and I say it and I do this and I say, look, this is 30 years of facials, just facials, normal facials. That's it.
And that's tangible value, right? So when you dissect that into like content strategy, and like what to post and what to put out there, your targeting should be like how I made this 55-year-old woman look 10 years younger.
Yeah.
And without the fake looks of a 25-year-old, I used to have a girlfriend in Liverpool, one of my exes. I used to call them the big hair brigade because they had the big hair, the big eyebrows, the big pouty lips.
Yeah, all of that.
And all that stuff. And no, you're totally right what you say. You know your ideal client better than anyone.
Yeah.
The 50-year-old woman who just wants to look a bit younger and feel fresher and better in her skin.
Yeah.
And feel great again.
Yeah, listen,
maybe
we all moan about the same things. We're all feeling.
Or maybe she's premenopausal or postmenopausal.
Yeah, or in the menopause.
Yeah, and she wants to feel better again.
Yeah.
That's the target market, right?
It is, yeah.
So these people. So now we know that.
Yeah.
One of your tasks after this will actually be to go and write that down in like a paragraph or like as much detail as you humanly can, and then what will fall out of that. And this is why we do the storyline.
Yeah.
Because the storyline is you, right? Like what you just described to me.
Yeah.
Is like the person who your ideal client wants to be is essentially you. Well, like great skin, great looking for a age.
Yeah, in that sense. yeah.
Exactly, right?
Like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it might not be the same exact lifestyle, or it might not be the same.
No, not lifestyle.
It might not. Like, no one's got the same lifestyle. No. Like, that's impossible. Yeah. But what you could say is, like, this person looks at me as someone who she might want to look like when she gets to my age.
Yeah.
And that's very doable if you follow the process.
Yeah. Okay.
And to do that, I've got the perfect service that will help you do that.